You don't know how much I adore this damn crack soap in chloroform. It makes it so hard to ignore that I could never keep your attention. I'm not one to make threats. I've been reduced to promises. I lie to myself cause I do it best. I'm not honest with my intentions. So if the blindfold starts to slip and the rope starts to rip and I slowly start to give in, girl, you know I'm sorry, but tonight I'll wait until I know you're fast asleep to poison you with memories of you and me. I pray you die slowly so I could be the last thing you see. Girl, you're busy and that's fine. There's one thing I gotta get off my mind. I won't take too much of your time. I promise this won't last long. No, I used to be your biggest fan. You used to say I was your man. Now if I can't have you, no one can. Be the last girl you hang up on. When the blindfold starts to slip and the rope starts to rip and I slowly start to give in, girl, you know I'm sorry, but tonight I'll wait until I know you're fast asleep to poison you with memories of you and me. I pray you die slowly so I could be the last thing you see. Oh, you'll see. She's losing consciousness. I'm gaining confidence. It's starting to make sense. Whoa, whoa. She's covered in fingerprints from her lips to her hips. All I wanted was one more kiss. Whoa, whoa. Tonight I'll wait until I know you're fast asleep to poison you with memories of you and me. I pray you die slowly so I could be the last. I pray you die slowly so I could be the last. I pray you die slowly so I could be the last thing you see. So that was called Her Eyes Say Yes by Hit the Lights. I believe it came out 2006. I was like 10, 11, maybe 2004. Yeah, because I was born in 1994. So, but I remember my best friend at the time. We were on our way to church camp too, and we were listening to these little what were they called? Like MP3 players, but not like Walkman, but like mini small things that just had like you put in the headset and it was just its own thing that didn't have a charger or whatever. But she showed the song to me on our way to church camp, and I thought it was, I mean, I'm pretty sure I understood it, but I was just like having the time of my life singing it, because I was like, oh, this song is dark, you know, it's about rape, it's about revenge, murder, yeah, a relationship gone bad. And being a kid, listening to that song, just liking the melody and being like, la la la, and then singing it out loud, then realizing, but still not caring because we didn't mean it. It was just like, oh, this song's not fat because it didn't have like a bumping bass, but we were emo kids at heart, so we were like, oh yeah, this song's really good. It brings out the teenage angst. We weren't even teenagers at the time yet, like I think preteens, but I wanted to sing this song because not that it like played a role in my entire life, but like the way I was able to annotate the lyrics and be like, oh shit, this means this, and he was really angry. I don't want to go into an analyzation, but I want to emphasize on how songs can be written and they can be made into thought crimes, and that kind of makes me want to go into a tangent of the movie. What is it? It has Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. I forgot what it's called, but I haven't even finished it yet. No spoilers, please. But yeah, just knowing that person has had those thoughts and written them into a song, it kind of like it's probably makes people put off because it's so, who would write something like that? But like, I'm not like, who would do something for sure that's disgusting. And that brings me to a Monster podcast that Jordan Peterson had mentioned about like knowing you never know real evil unless you have those thoughts yourself. And it's crazy what conclusions that you come to as a human, what bad thoughts we can have. A good example, when I went to a concert, there was a guy who was handing out stickers to attractive people. It was like, oh, hot, with a heart and a flame over it, and I was like, nice. The person that I was with got one too, but they're like, oh, don't put that on, and told me that it could potentially have like drugs in the sticker. And like my mind, not that I would think I'm gullible or naive, but my mind didn't come close to that. Like I wasn't thinking, I was just thinking, hey, it's a sticker. That person thinks I'm attractive, handed me a sticker to put on. But then to know someone who came to the conclusion of, oh shoot, that could have drugs in it, like that made me realize there's like even more and more depth to the human mind, the psyche. Which brings me to this song. This was written, or I don't know when it was written, but I was listening to it early 2000s, mid 2000s, and I don't want to say I turned out all right, because I've healing isn't linear. Healing is not linear. It goes waves and waves, and you're like, woo! But I just wanted to bring up one of the songs, and I think I'll probably keep it going, just songs that I heard in childhood that probably weren't appropriate to be listening to as a child. I turned out fine, and if people are listening to that kind of lyrics, or those kinds of lyrics, that kind of music, I know there could be some angst in it that makes you feel like, not empowered, no, just like, oh shoot, I felt this angry, I wanted to do this to someone, but at the time, this is before the Me Too movement, I knew that was wrong. Before that, being a woman, getting catcalled, understanding that like, hey, my body, my choice. But also being conservative and knowing that you shouldn't be so open because you'll be judged by everything that you put out there, for sure. I'm probably going to be judged for this too. But 31, posting YouTube videos again. And I guess this is my gimmick. Inappropriate songs from my childhood that shaped me in a sense. Not shaped me, because I'm not like, oh, I listened to this song and because of this song I'm this way. But I listened to this song and I still see the good and the bad. You know, you could take upon the lyrics about this song and be like, oh, I'm gonna shoot John Lennon, like that guy who read fucking what is it? To Catch a Predator. Catcher in the Rye by James Salinger? No, that's not who it is. I'm going to edit that out, but cool. J.D. Salinger? J.D. Salinger. I'm smart, I promise. I really like what Jordan Peterson had said, though, when you think, like, you never know true evil unless you've experienced it. And kind of makes me sad how evil other people have experienced, to be like, oh, that sticker could have drugs in it. It's like, whoa. But, like, it's also like, wait, is that something you would do? And that's another thing, that the psychopathy of the human psyche, and lacking empathy, but like having the street smarts to know what could potentially happen, the possibilities of certain outcomes, but not having that emotional capacity to feel like, oh, but wait, that person is like this, so you get a feel for reading someone, and it's like, oh, they wouldn't do that, you know? Then you have the people who are too trusting, and the people who aren't trusting enough, and then the people who just fall into either category where they put trust into things that end up scamming them in the long run, when the latter would have been the better choice, but they were too afraid of the unknown to take that path, and they just bite themselves in the ass. So I think this was a good one. I think I'm gonna do Claire by Gilbert O'Sullivan next. Or maybe I could just do them both in one video. I did a cover of it before, but I'm just gonna sing it a cappella. So I want to specifically sing this part. Claire, if ever a moment so rare was captured by all to compare, that moment is you and all that you do. But why, in spite of our age difference, do I cry? You get to me in a way I can't describe. Words mean so little when you look up and smile. I don't care what people say to me, you're more than a child. Oh, Claire, Claire. And then there's a part where he's like, no, you can't have a drink. Well, alright, then we'll wait just a minute. While I, in an effort to babysit, capture my breath, my strength, or what is left of it. And I don't know, just those small parts. I remember my friend, who also introduced me to the Hit the Lights song, she was like, is this song about like him singing to his niece that's like 2 years old, and like he's babysitting her? And yeah, just thinking that this song was made and then an older guy singing to a younger girl, who knows how young. And yeah, it's just inappropriate. But again, all these songs too, they make me and people around us like aware about what's out there, and pedophilia does exist. Babysitters who are attracted to the kids they babysit, I guess that's a thing too, and it's disgusting the world we live in. But knowing that exists and having that discernment and knowing you as a person value like your individual morals and how you approach life. Like, sure, you're going to listen to these songs and these types of music, and you'll think, hey, if I like this song, does this make me a bad person? If Michael Jackson controversy, I don't want to get political on it, but there are people who love his music, and there are people who don't like him and don't even touch his music. But there's always that gray area where people are going to see the good and the bad and gain perspective, not necessarily play devil's advocate, like, oh, well, I'm not educated enough to know, but like people who delve into their own research, but still, there's a lot of hearsay in this world, a lot of fake news. But so, for example, that Claire song by Gilbert O'Sullivan, I don't know if he wrote it. I don't know. Well, I think he wrote it, but I don't know if he wrote it because he was feeling that way for his niece or kid he babysat. But I could come to my own conclusions and grasp straws and annotate lyrics of songs like we do Shakespeare in literature and whatnot. But as long as we're not using it to, like, in malicious ways, like, oh, this song is teaching me that it's okay to do this and that, and no, just still listen to music and like it, don't like it, have your opinions of it, but know that things like that, like, I don't know how to end this. Just have discernment. And everyone's going through something, and everyone's going to judge whatever, because everyone has a point of view, right? So it's a blessing and a curse to have reason, because people don't view things similarly all the time. Like, you're brought up with God, you're brought up with creationism, and sometimes people stray away from that, and they're like, oh, I believe in evolution, and then there are people who don't believe in evolution, and research is still in the works. This was good. It makes me want to talk more. I feel like I've been muted. I'm around people who keep to themselves, or they're cliquey with other people, and I haven't really found my people. But I found my music. I enjoy singing. I enjoy writing, reading, researching, going on adventures, talking. I like to talk. But